What's your favorite memory with Chris and Anthony? Because you guys spend a lot of time together, whether it be on set, during an interview, or just an outing. Can you give us a story?
For some reason, one of us at some point in time, and it usually isn't me that starts it, there's always someone's breaking into a song, and you'd be surprised. The Evans has got quite an interesting playlist in his mind. Some interesting songs he's listening to. I don't know. I'd be curious. I've never been to karaoke with him, but I feel like he'd be a really, really enthusiastic player. And that only just kind of gives, Anthony like food for thought, because he'll just go off on that, Adobe Brothers, Righteous Brothers. I mean, it goes on and on. So keeping a straight face with them is hard sometimes, That's probably it.
Thank you.
All right. Hi, Sebastian. Hi. So are you a method actor? And if so, how much of Bucky's personality, quirks, mannerisms come from you?
It's such a weird word, that word, I don't know what that really honestly means. I mean, the method, I think like any actor, you just want to be believable in what you do, like that's our job, is just to try at the end of the day to make you believe that, we're experiencing something up there to some extent. So however it is that anybody does that, it's their own way of doing things. Bucky for me is always an interesting character to play, because there always seems to be much more going on with him than he actually, lets out. Clearly it's always fun when he doesn't speak, because then I'm always wondering, like, okay, well, what is he really thinking about? Where's his brain at? And so that's always like a lot of fun for me to kind of, when I'm on my own, just to think about and craft and kind of put together a story of what he may be going through. But I'm not really that kind of a lonely guy. It's like, it's romantic to think of being like the lone wolf once in a while, but I really enjoy contact with people.
Right. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Sebastian. Over here. Hi, Sebastian. My name is Victoria, and I really love you. And I was just wondering what a day in the life of Sebastian Stan is like.
Being told I love you about 100 or 200 times.
Day in the life, God, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's not as interesting as some of the people in this room. I do, I eat breakfast, I go for a run, I wonder about the news in the world, and how, where do I fit into the world. I don't know, it's like I'm pretty grateful about a lot of great things that have happened. I mean, but at the same time, I'm mindful that I have to try to, in the world that we live in, I need to connect with you guys or with people, and the feeling that you get when you see someone, come up to you and go, hey, this means something to me, or this has helped me in some way. You've won there, it's always a win, like no matter what job or no job, it's so, I just try to be mindful and grateful, that's all.
Thank you. Hi, Sebastian. I just wanted to let you know that you do all your roles to perfection. But that being said, what do you think? What do you think TJ Hammond is doing? Is he eating good? Does he shower regularly?
Oh, TJ Hammond. He's God. I hope he's all right. I think I like to think he found his way. Somewhere down the path. He had a really hard way of life, because he grew up in sort of big shoes to fill. His parents, and in the shadow of a lot of exposure and publicity and so on. And but I like to think he's all right. He's okay out there.
Yeah.
I'm sure he might be even married. I don't know.
Let's hope. Thank you.
Hi. I literally,
Hey.
I saw everyone running up here and I was like, what are we doing? And now I'm asking a question. Hi. So my
That's what
question
I say.
is, in the Civil War movie, when you guys were going against Spider-Man, I saw that he was strong enough to block your metal arm. How do you feel about Spider-Man being stronger than you?
Look, you know, it's really tragic. It is. You know, I mean, he's just this kid, and you know, and Tom Holland, unfortunately, is just somebody that, you know, takes such a long time with every scene, and particularly filming, and it's just, you know, something's in his eye every other take, and you know, personally, I was surprised that he was able to catch that punch myself. You know, I think if the Winter Soldier hadn't sort of been a little bit like, what am I seeing, red? I guess so. I don't know, like a little taken aback, he might have, you know, gone through him, I like to think. He's Spider-Man, how can you go wrong? You know, he's like the most famous superhero there is.
I did like him as Spider-Man.
Yeah, and he is really great at it, so.
Thank you, you're gorgeous.